Philip Lowry, thank you very much for joining us. Well rested today. Team done well there in the end against Coleraine.
Yeah, it was decent team performance, to be honest. A lot of changes obviously from Tuesday night against Glentoran, and it's good to see the young boys get involved there again, and thought they all acquitted themselves really well against a top Coleraine team, you know, who've a lot to play for, obviously, coming here needing to secure second. So I think we'll probably end up being disappointed we didn't, get on the score sheet there. Keeper pulled off a couple of great saves, but as you say, it's good to see young players getting bled in and getting a taste of it.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of young players today that maybe some of the fans haven't seen before. What did you make of their performances?
Really good. I mean, young Andy Clark's come in now. I'm a big fan of his. He's smart kid. He knows what he's doing, and he's been superb. I thought he was brilliant against Windsor, and today, he's in there against my own brother, who's been having a good season, and he stuck at it rightly. Like, and Stephen was giving him as good as he got as well. So it was a good contest, and all the young boys are fighting fit. And young Jack Patterson, 15 years old. It's scary really how young he is. So no, it can only bode well for the future, and I think that's been something the club are trying to address. Obviously, it's a lot of people are saying we're one of the older squads in the league, so it's good to see the young players coming through.
I think it's clear that the manager had one eye on the Irish Cup semi-final on Tuesday night, Philip. 9 changes today in total made, you being one of them. I know you're probably busting to be out there, but it's a well-earned rest that you have now. What do you make of Tuesday night's fixture and coming into this game?
Yes, it's a big one, but they're the games we want to be playing in. Irish Cup's kind of saved our season in a way, although ultimately we could end up in the playoffs the other way. So no, I've been here before, the club's been here before in games like this. They're big games. Larne are a good team, and but so are we, and we're playing well, and if we play to our strengths and play the way we've been playing in the run up to the semi-final, it'll be a ding-dong battle, but hopefully we can come out on top. At
this stage of the competition, Philip, obviously no game's going to be easy, but Larne, we've played them a few times this year. They've probably got the better of us. How difficult is that challenge going to be at Mornview Park on Tuesday?
The games against Larne have been funny this year. Obviously in the Antrim Shield early on, I think we made a load of changes that night. They went full strength and maybe sort of turned us over quite easily. The league game up there was tough, really tough, even though it was 2-1. I don't think we were ever in the game that night. And then the 3-3 here, again another ding-dong battle, which we probably should have won. We just gave them 3 goals that day, and then obviously beat them up there 3-0, and then they've turned us over. So all the games have plenty of goals in them. Hopefully we can score a few on Tuesday night and keep them out at the other end. But as you say, they're a good team. They've got good players, but so do we. So it'll be a good match.
And you're obviously a man with plenty of experience in this Irish Cup competition. I know you've played a lot of games for Linfield and Crusaders, and you're one of the experienced Irish League players. Does the motivation still stay the same, Philip, to play in these big games?
Of course. I mean, that's why you play. No other reason really, other than to try and win some silverware. And obviously the league season was kind of over for us quite early this year, and all our eggs have kind of gone into the Irish Cup basket. And for me, the motivation's the same. There's a chance of a medal there, but ultimately we're only at the semi-final stage, and the old cliche is it's just one game at a time. And Larne, even as soon as they came into the league, every game we've played against them seems to be a great game for the neutral. There's always blood and thunder and plenty of goals, and hopefully it's a classic on Tuesday night.
Some news coming out of the NI executive this week that 1,000 fans are going to be able to attend the final. Is that an added way incentive for players just to get fans back and support you in the final if we can get there?
Yeah, I mean it's been a difficult season obviously with no fans, and I'm sure our own fans are looking at that after the announcement thinking it would be nice to get there. As players it would be great to have the fans there, and also our families could potentially attend, so big motivation for us. Be great to see everyone there if we could get to the final, but again, it's been it's kind of around the block long enough to know now football can bite you in the backside very quickly. If we're not on it on Tuesday night, it could all be over. So our focus is just on Larne, and I know they're playing a big game now at Windsor, so we maybe try and take that and see where we're at for Tuesday night.
Philip, all the very best of luck. Hopefully we can get another Irish Cup final under our belts for next Friday, but all the very best of luck for Tuesday.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Jonny Tuffey, thank you very much for joining Cruise TV. I know we haven't really got a chance to speak to you. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, I'm sure, for you personally, coming in January, and you obviously played a few games and then haven't been in the side, but back in again now.
Yeah, it was last minute in January when it all happened. It was a bit of a whirlwind, 24 hours, but delighted to be here. Obviously it was nice to come in and play. It was a bit of a difficult period for the team. A few indifferent results, and Ogres was back in, steadied the ship a little bit with the other boys, and a few boys back from injury, which helped the team. And unfortunate, with Ogres' situation at the minute, but it's an opportunity for me to go back in the team and try and cement a place and stamp my authority on on that position, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Obviously a big game to look forward to on Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock, Jonny. And obviously was that the expectation maybe coming in January that there was still lots to play for, albeit probably at that stage you were looking at the league, the Irish Cup. Is that part of
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been a bit surreal this year. You know, the amount of results that nobody would have seen coming, obviously just with no fans and different things. It's been crazy, you know, and I think up until probably a month ago, there was still 4 or 5 teams that could have really went and mounted a challenge if they'd have put runs together. But you know, we've done well. We've turned the corner of late. As you say, it's a massive game to look forward to on Tuesday night. You know, we know it'll be a difficult test against Lauren, but we'll prepare properly Monday night, and we'll go there full of confidence on Tuesday and try and progress.
And the manager made 9 changes to the team today. Obviously you were one that kept your place in the team, but how important was today maybe just for those fringe players to go out and prove a point to themselves running into that game on Tuesday?
I think it's an opportunity for them to prove a point to the manager, you know, that there's, you know, hello, I'm still here, look, you know, I'm keeping myself fit, I'm ready to play, I want to play. And it's obviously a chance to put yourself in his thoughts for the team selection on Tuesday night. You know, the young lads that played today, you know, full credit to them. Playing against a very good Coleraine team, seasoned pros, and I thought every one of them handled it, you know, very, very well. And then you see the experience of the senior boys here, you know, the mentality, the attitude, the professionalism, and it was very good. And unfortunately, you know, a little bit of a sucker punch later on.
And 6 years at Glenavon, Jonny, and obviously you made the move here to Seaview, and you're an Irish Cup winner, 2015-16. How important is this competition?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I was lucky enough to win it in my first season at Glenavon. Who knows? Some would say it's written in the stars, but you know, there's a lot of work to be done between now and next Friday. As I said, we've got to get in on Monday night. We've got to prepare properly, and we've got to go there on Tuesday. You know, really well organised, ready for a really, really tough test, and we've got to deliver over the 90 minutes if we even want to start thinking about Friday.
And I know there's a wee family connection here at Seaview. I know your wife's involved heavily with the Crusaders strikers, but how have you settled into the club in general? I know you've probably spent a bit of time here before.
Yeah, I've obviously been about the club before, as you say, with my wife being heavily involved, you know, coaching here, playing here. You know, she doesn't let me forget that it's her club. I've got to earn those stripes, so it's not one I forget very easily. But no, it's been great. You know, there's some really, really good people about this club, and it's, you know, it's really well run, really well set up, and I've been thoroughly welcomed by everyone, and I'm really enjoying my time here so far.
Well, I'm sure Danielle will let you into the club if you can get us into another Irish Cup final on Friday. Obviously a tough test on Tuesday against Lauren. We've met them a few times. They're always tough opposition to play against. What's your thoughts going into that game, Jonny, against Lauren?
To be honest with you, I haven't given it much thought. Today was the priority. You know, we had to prepare for the game today. We had to take it seriously. We wanted to try and win the game. The changes weren't for nothing. There was a purpose behind them, but we still felt we could compete in the game, and I think we've done that. Now the attention, as I say, turns to Tuesday night. So we go away, we focus, we prepare. Monday night we'll be set up. You know, we'll have a look at what we need to do on the video, and we'll get on the pitch and we'll work. And as I say, come Tuesday at 4 o'clock, we'll be ready, and we'll be bang at it.
Jonny, all the very best of luck for Tuesday. Hopefully we can make it through to the final on Friday. But well played today also. I think you've been very good since you got back into the team. So thank you very much for joining us.
Cheers, thank you.
Stephen, thank you very much for joining us. Obviously one eye on Tuesday night's game. 9 changes made today in total. How did you think of the game out there?
Well, it's probably more than one eye. It might have been 2, plus your 2. Yeah, look, 9 changes. It was important, very, very important to make sure that we had a full squad capable and ready to go on Tuesday night, because of the incredible work rate and effort that went in on Tuesday at the Oval, and the legs that came back on Thursday night. I tell you, for 30 and 31-year-olds wasn't clever. You know, Billy Joe Burns looked like his legs were locked. You know, he needed WD-40 to sort them legs out. So, you know, we had to use an awful lot of wisdom around this game here and what we might have got out of it. And it also gave me the great opportunity to play maybe 1 or 2 of our outstanding young players. You know, I think if you look at the context of the game, we had a 15-year-old, 2 16-year-olds, and a 17-year-old playing out there today. And they all acquitted themselves great. and they'll all learn from the experience, and they'll be there for the future in their careers. So that's great to see that we have kids capable of stepping up soon in the next few years, just like a Gavin White of old. So you have to keep that young blood ticking along and give them that opportunity if it presents itself, and it presented itself today, and it was the right time to blood them in with some of our senior guys. And in the context of the game, when you hit the woodwork twice and the keeper makes 3 worldies and you lose 1-0, you know, you come away a little bit disappointed. You haven't got something out of this game here today. You know, you speaking to the Coleraine people afterwards, they were the team very relieved to hear the whistle. So I'm pleased with the performance, as I have been around the Linfield game, the Larne game, when we rested all the players. The performance levels please me, and the hunger of what they're doing when these opportunities present themselves to play. And also then you hope that there's a wee bit of freshness coming back into the legs of the lads who have been pushed to the limits over the last 2 months. So that's probably where it's at.
I think you touched on it there, Stephen. You must be disappointed in some ways to lose that game. I think, in particular, the first half, everything was in front of you. So there was, they weren't getting in behind, and I think defensively, Crusaders were very strong. You mentioned that there was a few chances to go on and kick on and win today's game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was. I thought Daniel and Daniel Larmour, Rodney Brown, were able to cope with everything that they knocked up on top of us. That was what they were looking for, was the ball up to Bradley to rough us up a little bit and look for the pace of Shevlin in behind. But I didn't count once that they got in behind us in the first half, and they ended up taking Bradley off and changing it around. It was actually the wee change done us, because we actually made a wee change as well, and we didn't deal with the runner, and they got the cross in from that side, and it was just on that change that they'd done it. But look, these things happen, but the overall shape of the team and how the players acquitted themselves today was first class. And as you say, we had them at arm's length for such long periods of the game, and we created so many chances of our own. And as I say, when you see the ball falling to Cushley in certain areas of the pitch, you think goal, and the keeper makes a couple of absolute brilliant saves.
Big opportunity, maybe, Stephen, for some of those players that maybe have found it difficult to get a run of games, or maybe get in that starting 11. They'll have been on the shop window as such, or their manager's window, trying to stake their claim for a start on Tuesday night. How happy were you with their performance today? You've mentioned some of the younger players, but what about the likes of David Cushley, who come back into the side, and you said Rodney Brown had a very good game. What did you make of the team's performance?
No, we said to the team, before the game, look, this is a game where you've got to go and show your worth, show what you're all about, and write your name in the game. Give me something to be thinking about tonight when we're watching Match of the Day. You always have to leave the manager and the coaching staff with something really positive about your performance, and that you stood out in the game. And those are the things that put you back in the team, or put somebody else out of the team. Ben Kennedy came in and played against Linfield and Larne, and was outstanding, absolutely outstanding in his performance and work rate up at Knockbreda. And so you have to find a place for someone who's playing better than everybody else. Yeah. And that's the things that make football work, and that's the same for the world over around picking football teams. If somebody is doing way better than somebody else, they will get in the team somewhere, and that's how you play your way into a team. And that's the message when you pick a team like today. You say, show me something that puts you in the team, and that's how you get the level of performance that you get from all levels of the game. So there's a number of players that I felt come out of the game today with huge credit around their performance, and but how we can only pick 11, yeah. And we've got to try and get that 11 correct around the tactics of Larne and what way they play and how they play, and that's for another day, and we've got a lot of work to do.
The Irish Cup, Stephen's been kind to you over the years. As a manager, you've won it twice. Now move into Tuesday. We've talked around the houses, around the running, the big away games, the Coleraine, then we had Knockbreda, obviously Glentoran at the weekend. We're now playing at Mourneview against Larne. There's obviously plenty at stake, and probably a route into European football for next year. Is that maybe just an added incentive for you, or added pressure maybe as such?
Listen, for me as a football manager and a football person, the big silver pots are what interests me more than the European adventure. the European money is the bonus. That's the add-on.
Yeah.
For the board and for the football club and all of that, and I get all of that, but what's the real incentive? It's the big silver pot, and that those nights of celebration around sharing this with the fans of the club, and in our history. In our history, we've 5 league titles. Many Irish Cups do we have? Is it 3, 3 or 4 Irish Cups? When these trophies come around, which is not that often, they are nights of wonderful celebration. So to win any big pot at our club is just hugely significant. So those are the things that drive me on, is to get the hands on the trophy. Someone turns around and say, you've got a game in Europe and you're going to Albania. I'll go, oh great, give me the big silver trophy any day of the week.
100%. And obviously, Stephen, we've talked about this year, the pandemic. It's been really difficult times. We've seen some positive news, I guess, coming out in the news this week, that the Irish Cup final to be played next Friday is going to have 1,000 fans. Maybe do you have a message just going into Tuesday night's game? I know that you're keen to reach out to the fans who don't get to come to the stadium and watch days like today. Do you have maybe a message for those supporters who are watching from home?
Well, the message is really simple and clear. Our mantra has always been keep the faith, and we've had to do that. We've been tested all through this whole process for a year now, and more than a year, of keeping the faith. But the football club is still here. It's still prospering. The players are working so hard behind the scenes to keep everything moving the way it should be moving. The staff are working incredibly hard. Some great people on board. Darren Murphy coming into the club to lift things up. So I hope when they come back, they'll see the endeavours of the people that are working so tirelessly behind the scenes to make this club what it is. And that is something that has always pleased me. We know who we are as a football club. We know the background of who we are. We're not these flash multi-millionaire people that can grab it from anywhere. We work tirelessly to produce our own, to get people that want to play for the badge and the shirt, and try and give back to the supporters and say, this is for you. And that bond is so great between fans and players all through the years. When I was a player, as a manager for this lengthy period of time, and it's been such a difficult period that we've missed the fans so dreadfully over the last period. I can't tell you, but we're so looking forward to getting them back, and I hope that we can give them something to shout about on Tuesday night. I know the boys will be giving everything that they possibly have to try and make that final, and we'll see where it takes us. But it won't be long before we see them again soon. And I saw 20 or 30 of them sneaking into Knockbreda, and we were able to give them a wave, and that was nice. So it won't be long, but the message is fairly simple as always. Keep the faith. It's not long.
Stephen, thank you very much for joining us. All the very best of luck on Tuesday night.
Pleasure.
Thank you.